The Panamanian government reports that in 2023, over 520,000 migrants crossed the Darien Gap en route to the United States. This marks more than a twofold increase compared to the previous year and a dramatic rise from the few hundred migrants who made the crossing annually a decade earlier. After the 2010 earthquake in Haiti, tens of thousands of Haitians moved to South America, facing discrimination and economic difficulties. In 2021, 61% of migrants crossing the Darien Gap were from Haiti, dropping to about 9% in 2023. The country continues to endure gang violence, political instability, and the effects of frequent natural disasters. Meanwhile, the number of Venezuelans crossing the gap has sharply increased due to the worsening humanitarian situation in their home country. Whispers in Spanish, Arabic, and Haitian Creole mix with the rustle of leaves. These voices tell stories of hope and despair, of dreams and nightmares. They are the voices of those who have left everything behind, seeking a new beginning in a land that promises freedom and opportunity. The journey north typically begins in Necoclí, a coastal town in Colombia situated on the Gulf of Urabá. Most migrants already in the region travel to Necoclí by foot or local transport. However, for those arriving from Africa and the Caribbean, the route is more complex. In response to increasing pressure from the United States to curb illegal immigration, the Mexican government has tightened its visa requirements, making direct flights to the US-Mexico border more challenging. As a result, many migrants now fly into Brazil or Ecuador, where visa policies are less restrictive, before proceeding to Necoclí. To avoid the Darien Gap altogether, some African migrants choose to fly to Nicaragua first before continuing their journey north. In Akandi, migrants embark on the perilous journey through the Darien Gap jungle, which can last 10 or more days. Many resort to local guides or coyotes, but the route is fraught with smugglers and criminal groups, including the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia and the Gulf Clan, Colombia's largest drug cartel. These groups frequently extort and sexually assault migrants. As Jean Gouch, the then regional director for Latin America and the Caribbean at UNICEF, emphasized in an October 2021 news release, deep in the jungle, robbery, rape, and human trafficking are as menacing as wild animals, insects, and the dire lack of safe drinking water. She further stated, week after week, more children face death, separation from their parents, or perilous circumstances, heir parents, or getting separated. These are not adventurers seeking thrills. They are people driven by necessity, forced to leave their homes in search of safety and a better life. Their faces are etched with determination, their eyes focused on the path ahead, knowing that turning back is not an option. They are families escaping violence. Each step is a testament to their resilience and courage as they navigate the treacherous terrain with their loved ones in tow. The jungle is a formidable adversary, but their will to survive is stronger. They are dreamers chasing a better life. Their journey is fueled by hope, the belief that a brighter future awaits them on the other side of the jungle. They carry with them the dreams of a new beginning, a chance to rebuild their lives in a place where they can find peace and prosperity. Driven by desperation and fueled by hope, they place their lives in the hands of smugglers, their futures balanced on the edge of a machete. These guides are both saviors and predators, leading them through the perilous terrain for a price. The journey is a gamble, with everything at stake. The Darien Gap doesn't discriminate. It challenges everyone who dares to cross it, regardless of their background or origin. The jungle is an equalizer, testing the limits of human endurance and resilience. It tests the limits of human endurance, pushing everyone to the brink. The journey through the Darien Gap is a crucible, a trial by fire that leaves no one unscathed. Those who make it through are forever changed, their spirits tempered by the ordeal. The decision to cross the Darien is rarely taken lightly. It's a last resort, born of desperation. Many come from countries ravaged by war and poverty, places like Syria, Afghanistan, and Somalia. Others flee gang violence in Central America or economic hardship in Venezuela. Their reasons are as diverse as their origins, but they are united by a common thread: the belief that the dangers of the journey pale in comparison to the horrors they leave behind. They dream of safety, of opportunity, of a future where their children can thrive. And so they embark on a journey that's as much a testament to their resilience as it is a reflection of their desperation. The Darien Gap is a 60-mile stretch of dense rainforest separating South and Central America. It's a lawless land, untouched by roads, ruled by nature's whims and the ruthlessness of man. The terrain is treacherous, a maze of muddy trails, steep ravines and swollen rivers. The jungle teems with venomous snakes, jaguars and disease-carrying insects. But the dangers go beyond the natural world. Criminal groups prey on vulnerable migrants, robbing them of their meager possessions, extorting money under threat of violence. Women and girls face the constant threat of sexual assault. The journey can take weeks, and many succumb to exhaustion, starvation or disease. The Darien Gap is a graveyard of shattered dreams, a stark reminder of the human cost of migration. Amidst the tales of hardship, there are stories of extraordinary resilience and humanity. These stories are not just about survival, but about the indomitable spirit that drives people to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against them.
Like that of Fatima, a young Somali mother who carried her 2 young children across the Darien. Her journey was fraught with danger, yet she pressed on, driven by the hope of a better future for her children. She walked for days without food, sharing her last drops of water with her children. Each step was a testament to her unwavering love and determination. Despite the overwhelming fatigue, she never gave up. When her son fell ill, she carried him on her back, her own body racked with exhaustion, but her spirit unbroken. The weight of her child was heavy, but the weight of her hope was even heavier, pushing her forward.
Then there's Ahmed, a Syrian refugee who fled his war-torn country with his elderly parents. His journey was not just a physical one, but an emotional odyssey filled with memories of a home left behind. He carried his father, who was too weak to walk, for miles through the jungle. Each step was a struggle, but Ahmed's resolve was unyielding. The bond between father and son grew stronger with each passing mile. He shared his food and water, his own hunger pangs, a constant reminder of his sacrifice. Ahmed's selflessness was a beacon of hope in the darkest of times, illuminating the path for others. These stories, etched in courage and loss, remind us that behind the statistics are real people with families, dreams, and the unwavering will to survive. They are stories of hope, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of a better tomorrow. Each face tells a story, each step a journey, and each heart a testament to the human spirit's resilience.
The Darien Gap leaves its mark on those who dare to cross it. The physical scars are evident: cuts, bruises, infections, and the constant exhaustion etched on their faces. But the invisible scars run deeper. The trauma of witnessing violence, the fear of losing loved ones, the constant uncertainty, these wounds can take a lifetime to heal.
Many arrive at their destination bearing the weight of their experiences. They struggle with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. The journey, while offering the possibility of a better life, often comes at a heavy price, a price paid in emotional and psychological scars that may never fully fade.
Reaching Panama for many is a bittersweet victory. The relief of surviving the Darien is often overshadowed by the realization that their journey is far from over. They face detention centers, bureaucratic hurdles, and the constant fear of deportation. The promise of a welcoming America, for many, proves to be a mirage.
They encounter discrimination, language barriers, and the struggle to rebuild their lives in a foreign land. The trauma of their journey lingers, making it difficult to adapt and heal. The American dream, once a beacon of hope, can feel out of reach, a cruel reminder of the sacrifices they made and the challenges that lie ahead.
The perilous journey through the Darien Gap also exposes the dark underbelly of human trafficking and exploitation, hidden from the world's eyes. Smugglers, often connected to organized crime, control the routes, exploiting vulnerable migrants for profit and power. They charge exorbitant fees, holding people hostage until their desperate families pay ransoms.
Women and girls are particularly vulnerable, forced into sexual slavery or domestic servitude to pay off insurmountable debts. The lack of law enforcement and the remote nature of the terrain make it a haven for criminal activity, where human lives are treated as mere commodities and suffering is a source of profit. The crisis in the Darien Gap is not a regional issue. It's a global problem that demands a global response. The factors driving migration, conflict, poverty, climate change are complex and interconnected. Addressing these root causes is crucial to stemming the flow of migrants risking their lives in search of safety and opportunity.
International cooperation is essential to provide humanitarian assistance to those in transit to combat human trafficking and to create legal pathways for migration. The Darien Gap is a stark reminder that we live in an interconnected world, and the suffering of one is the responsibility of all.
The stories emerging from the Darien Gap are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. They are also a powerful call for compassion and action. The migrants making this perilous journey are not statistics. They are mothers, fathers, children, individuals with hopes, dreams, and the right to a life free from fear and want.
Their voices deserve to be heard, their stories told, their humanity recognized.
It's time to move beyond indifference and acknowledge their right to seek safety and a better future.
Their journey, while fraught with danger and uncertainty, is a testament to the enduring human spirit, a spirit that deserves our respect and our support.
The journey through the Darien Gap is a story of survival, but it's also a story of hope and perseverance. It's a testament to the human desire for a better life, a life free from violence and fear, poverty and persecution. These migrants, who risk everything for a chance at a brighter future, embody the very essence of resilience and determination. Their stories remind us that while the challenges are immense, the human spirit is capable of extraordinary things and feats. It's a reminder that behind the headlines and statistics are real people with families, dreams and aspirations, and the unwavering belief in a future worth fighting for. The Darien Gap stands as a stark reminder of the inequalities and injustices that plague our world. This treacherous stretch of land, filled with dense jungle and dangerous terrain, is a symbol of the desperate measures people are willing to take in search of a better life. It highlights the stark contrast between those who have the privilege of safety and those who are forced to risk everything. It's a call to action, a rallying cry for all of us to stand up and demand change. The voices of the oppressed and marginalized must be heard, and their struggles acknowledged. We must come together as a global community to address these pressing issues. This is a plea for empathy and a more just and compassionate world. Every act of kindness, every gesture of support brings us one step closer to a society where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. The children receiving aid today are the future of our world, and they deserve a chance to thrive. We can no longer turn a blind eye to the suffering of those forced to make this perilous journey. Their tears and struggles are a testament to the harsh realities they face. It is our moral duty to extend a helping hand and offer support in their time of need.
We must address the root causes of migration, such as poverty, violence, and lack of opportunities. By tackling these issues at their source, we can create a world where people are not forced to leave their homes in search of safety and prosperity. Providing humanitarian assistance to those in need is crucial. Aid workers on the ground play a vital role in delivering food, medical care, and other essential supplies. Their efforts are a lifeline for many, offering hope in the darkest of times. We must also create safe and legal pathways for those seeking a better life. This means reforming immigration policies and ensuring that refugees and migrants are treated with fairness and compassion. A welcoming environment can make all the difference in their journey.
The journey through the Darien Gap is a story of human resilience, of individuals who refuse to give up despite the odds. Their determination and strength are inspiring, but it is a journey that no one should have to endure. It should not be a death sentence. The countless lives lost in this perilous journey are a tragic reminder of the urgent need for change. We must honor their memory by working towards a world where such sacrifices are no longer necessary.
It's time to bridge the gap between hope and humanity, to build connections that transcend borders and differences. By standing together in solidarity, we can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to live with dignity and hope. We must ensure that the pursuit of a better life doesn't come at such a devastating cost. Let us work towards a future where every journey is safe, every life is valued, and every person has the chance to achieve their dreams.